Hi guys, I've got a haul video for you today. It's not my usual Primark or jewellery or beauty. It is a candle haul. I have bought lots and lots of candles and candle accessory type things recently. So I thought I'd show you what I got. The majority of these I bought them from an outlet which is near me called Dalton Park, which is sort of Merton, Seaham, so it's sort of between sort of Sunderland, Durham area. I went there with a friend a couple of weeks ago after we'd been to the beach and to Lickety Split, which is an ice cream parlour in Seaham, which is amazing. We went to a bit shopping. Most of them I got in there. I'll tell you which ones, but I did get a couple of things from Poundland. I got something from Poundland and I got something from Collectibles, which is a northeast based sort of, they used to sell a lot of ornaments and things like that. Now they sell candles, kitchen things, Charlie bears, teddy bears, all sorts of things like that, but they have a huge candle display. So I got a couple of things from them and I also got a few things from their outlet, but I'll get started. Now, I think I've made a mistake because I haven't unwrapped anything, so yeah, I could be unwrapping things for a while. First thing I got, I'll just show you as I grab things, I think that'll be easier, was something I'd wanted for ages. I got this with my birthday money. It's one of my favourite Yankee Candle fragrances. I've got it in mini votives, I've got it in tarts, I have had the air freshener jars, and I've currently got the reed diffuser in my room as well. And the fragrance is lemon lavender. Now, I know a lot of people just think, oh, lavender is so old lady. No, it's not. If you get a good lavender, it's fresh, it's invigorating, and it's amazing. But this one is mixed up with lavender. So what you get is that sort of bit of the floral headiness of the lavender, but you get a huge burst of citrus, which is amazing. Now, with the Yankee, you should always smell the lid, because what that supposedly gives you is the smell that you'll get when it's burning, because if you put your head straight in the jar, it's too strong. So the lid basically shows you how it is when it's burning. Yeah, I've wanted that for ages. I really like it. It could be invigorating, but I like it at night. Just before I'm going to bed, I'll put a votive or a tart on. Sorry, melt, they're called now. Why did they call them melts? They were tarts. Right, so that was that. That came from the Collectibles main store in 2 Metro Centre. Now, what's this one? Right. These were from Collectibles, as you can see, Collectibles, but this was the outlet store in Dalton Park, so all these were reduced. And I've gone from one extreme to the other. I've gone from fresh and zingy to sweet and sickly. Now, my mum is the big one for sweet and sickly fragrances. She likes even the ones that I can't really tolerate, like salted caramel, red velvet, and that. Yankee, she's a total Yankee foodie fan, that's what she likes. But I've got to admit, these lot are my favourite. Now the first one is tarte tatin, which literally smells like a tarte tatin. You've got the apple, you've got the cinnamon, proper apple pie smell. Now I got it in a votive, and I also got it in a melt. This was £1.04. The recommended retail is £1.49, so I got for 45p cheaper by buying it in the outlet. If you don't know what these are, what you do is you put them in a burner. You can get electric ones now, or you can light a little tea light underneath and it melts. These are amazing for any size room because you can burn them for as little or as much time as you like. My mum's got, I think she's got the new Yankee Verbena one. Literally, you burn it for half an hour in our large open plan living room, and if you burn it for half an hour, that's probably slightly too much because you can just smell it. There's so much fragrance packed in these. They say they last for 8 hours. In my experience, they last longer, way longer. But what happens as they gradually fade, the smell dies off. But it depends how strong you like your smell. But if for some rooms, say for a bedroom, you can burn these for a long time. Yeah, so these ones in particular, and some of the other things I got are to go in my office. Now this has been the longest transformation in history, and it will be finished this summer. I'm trying to sort the spare room out into sort of a mini office. I've already got a desk in there from when I was at uni, and there's still a desk and everything, but it just needs basically tidying out. There's so much rubbish. It's been a junk room basically for the past few years. So that needs sorting out. But when I get in there, I'm going to sort it out properly so I can have got a proper place to blog and work from, basically. Right, next one. Now this one probably is my favourite. If you've been at any coffee shop, any supermarket, bakery, and you've bought something called a pan or raisin, which is basically, there's a couple of different forms. Basically, it's a sweet dough, or can be a slight puff pastry with raisins. Some of them have got apple in, some of them got like buttery, cinnamony, cakey, fruity goodness. So again, I've got the votive, and I got the melt. Now that is just amazing. Basically, I'm hoping that if I burn candles that smell foodified, then I wouldn't want to eat as much. So that's maybe, you know, hopefully that might help push my diet onwards a bit, because I'm really sticking at the minute. Next thing I got from Poundland. Now my office slash craft room slash junk room at the minute, it has pale blue walls and blue carpet. So I got some votive holders in blue stripes and blue circles. They are glass tea light holders, and they were £1 for the pair, and I got those in Poundland because I thought they might go with the room. So I got those, and they'll be perfect for my tea light, for my votives. And from the full price collectibles, when I bought my lemon lavender, I also bought a couple of mini candles. Now this one is mango peach salsa, which is one of my all-time favourites as well from Yankee. It smells, I quite like fruity and floral, so a bit different to my mum, but I will make exceptions. Mango peach salsa, it's amazing. You've got the sort of peachy mango-ness, but there's just a hint of spice to it. It's so nice. It is really, really nice. So I got one of those. I tried to pick quite enlivening fragrances I thought might inspire me. And the next one I got is one of the newer ones. Ooh, hold your hands to it, Louise. Is lemongrass and ginger. And literally that smells like lemongrass. It's really zingy, it's really fresh. And again, you've got the warmth of the ginger underneath. So I don't know how much these are now, but they were a lot cheaper in the outlet, but they only had certain fragrances in the sale. But yeah, got some of those. And let's see what else. Right, this is the stuff that is wrapped up securely in the bag. Now, this one, in Dalton Park, they have a Marks and Spencer's outlet. And I have to be honest and say I've never really looked at Marks and Spencer's candles, but they have this one, and it is jasmine and orange flower, and it is lovely. I got a perfume in a beauty box from Courage, which I've really liked. That is so close into making it into my June favourite. And this smells very similar. It's got the flowers and the orange blossom. It's really nice. It's quite summery, it's quite heady at the same time. Now, this was originally £4. It says £2.75 on there, but I actually got it for £2.20. They had quite a few different sizes, but since I'd never tried an M&S one, I just thought I'd try the little one to see how I got on with it. That's really nice. I like that. So that was some of the Marks and Spencer's outlet. And the final two things I got were from the Hallmark Cards outlet. It's like most retail outlets, it's full of different shops. There's cookware, fashion, Thornton's, there's all sorts of things. And the Hallmark Cards outlet obviously sells greetings cards, gift wrap, things like that. But it also had a lot of candles. It had a huge Yankee thing. They had a huge Yankee promotion on, but I'd already bought a whole load, so I didn't really want any more. But they also had a range from a brand called Village Candles. Now I think they're American as well, based on what I've seen, and they look very like Yankee, but they're a little bit cheaper. Now I've personally never tried them, but I've smelt a few of the ones that they had. What was it? Hot buttered bread. It smelled exactly like hot buttered toast. And they had buttered popcorn, they had something else. So I might actually try one of those in the near future to see what they're like. But something that was for sale was their accessories. They had a special offer on the Village Candle accessories. Now since the Village Candles accessories are the same as Yankee, and because the candles are the same shape and size, I thought there's no reason why these won't work for my Yankees. So first thing I got was the lilac luster candle plate. So basically what you do, you put your jar candle on one of these and it stops it getting too hot and it doesn't damage your surface. Now this was, you're going to really think I've paid over the odds for this. This was £1. So I got this for £1, which was the tray. And I suppose you might probably be able to guess if you're into your candles what I got next. I got the shade, the matching shade, which was the grand total of £2 and the recommended retail was £8.33. Now their accessories are way cheaper than Yankees. For Yankees you would probably pay about 20 or 30 quid for the same thing. But this is what the price is. Now if you don't know how these work, now I'm going to try and do this without balancing. There. You basically put your lid or your shade onto your jar. You burn your jar, and not only does it look like a little lamp, it also helps your candle to burn more evenly and it stops all sooting and everything. But I mean, for £2, I really wished I could have bought half the shelf. They had some gorgeous melt warmers and all sorts, and all their accessories were the most expensive accessory I saw that they had was £3. But as I say, I would only try to get what I needed, and I was looking for another one of these anyway. And this, as I say, I paid just £3 for the pair of them, when, as I say, if I'd bought a Yankee it probably would have been in say £20-30. So I was really pleased with that. And that is going to go in my room. I'm on tidying my room up, sorting my tops out and things as well. Something else that I got from Hallmark cards, it's not candle related, but it's the bag for lives. All our bag for lives were reduced, and I got this one for 25p. I didn't need one, I've got hundreds of the things now, but I just could not resist. It had the cutest little animals on, I just couldn't resist that, so I got that as well. So that was my candle haul. I must admit, I went into Metro Centre the other day and in Primark and I was really tempted. There's a Primark one at the moment, it's something in plum, it's purple, square purple one. And I was really tempted, but I was just like, no, I've bought enough. I've seriously bought enough candles. My mum's more obsessed with candles than I have. We have a television cabinet, and the cabinet underneath the television there's the skybox, and that's about it. And there's a cupboard and it is full of Yankee candles, mainly Yankee. My mum's a big Yankee fan, mainly a Yankee fan, and we have ridiculous amounts of candles. But I really like them. A candlelight can really alter your mood. You can just sit and burn a candle. I've got a few, I've got a DVD which is Yoga for Fatigue, and it was basically designed for people who have chronic fatigue syndrome and things like that, and it's very gentle stretching yoga, and there is an exercise on it where you meditate with a candle, and perfect, you just watch the flame bobbing around and it's really relaxing. Obviously safety, make sure you burn your candles safely, don't leave them unattended, be careful if you've got animals. Yes, well, luckily mine have not set themselves on fire, but sometimes they jump on the coffee table and you can see the tail wafting a little bit too close. That's why you have shades, because they do protect them. But yeah, so that was my candle haul. There will be a blog post to accompany this in more detail. I'll take some photos and I'll have the exact pricing and prices that I paid. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. If you love candles, I'd love to know your recommendations. I really fancy some Diptyque. Is it Diptyque? And Jo Malone. I've had Jo Malone in the past and it was lovely, but they discontinued the one that I liked. And I'm really tempted by, is it Diptyque? I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I'm really tempted by their tuberose. Yeah, I kind of like candles, but as I say, at the other end of the scale, if you've got any village candles recommendations, I'd love to hear those as well. And Woodwick, I would love to know Woodwick recommendations, and Kringle if you've got them. I've seen they had a big Woodwick and Kringle stand in the shops that I was in as well. But if you're in the northeast and you love candles, then get yourself down to Dalton Park. As I say, I don't know if the Yankee offers in the Hallmark shop were just for the one day, but it was crazily busy. Every person was like buying candles, and even my friend who is not really a candly person ended up buying 2 candles. So get yourself down to Dalton Park. There's also a huge beauty outlet which has it's literally, I've never seen so much nail polish in the one place. That was pretty stunning. but get yourself down there. It's a good day out. You just go straight down the 19 if you're where I am. It's just off the A19. I think they're opening new restaurants and cinemas. There's already Starbucks, Thornton's Cafe and things there already. So it's a really good day out, and I think in the summer they do a lot of things for the kids and everything. It is outdoors mostly. They've got wind sails over the top, so make sure that you wear something warm if it's cold, and if it's raining, probably don't bother. But yeah, thoroughly recommend it for a day out. I hadn't been for a long time since it opened, but it's really good, and I'll definitely be back. It's pretty easy to get to, and I think it's also served by buses as well if you don't drive. So thanks for watching. Any comments, any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Don't forget to check out the accompanying blog post, and don't forget to thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another video.